Were you born with it?
Maybe you learned or acquired it.
Only to have it broken here.
Is it broken?
You were trying to break it.
Must you say those things?
It's our job.
Just don't say anything and let me doubt in silence.
Silent doubt always becomes a scream or operatic singing.
Run.
It is now so loud in the room that we cannot bear it.
Cover your ears. That's what I do. Isn't that what you do all the time to maintain your group belief?
Is that why you're hearing screaming now?
I will not be taken to Funky Town!
You tainted the air of belief, the very nature of
Submission.
love, devotion, and surrender.
My mind will not change. Can you break it for me? I welcome the relief to be like you. I can't break it myself. You must do it for me.
Okay, I'll do it.
If we do it, it may maim you, and you will go around limping like us.
Limping.
But believing all the same.
You have to submit willingly.
And be a pawn and a fool like you.
I'm not so foolish. You don't have to believe all the time.
Small doubts turn into big ones.
That's your problem.
Our problem.
You can't let the doubt dissolve.
It cannot dissolve the true compromise of your beautiful face.
This is personal and confidential, and we will not talk about it anymore.
We will scream silently about it poetically.
Poetry only leads to disillusion. We learned that the first week. That was 25 years ago.
Robert Frost, Yeats, Emily Dickinson.
Unbelievers all.
Beautiful, but useless poetry.
Do you want to become a beautiful and useless poem?
I've been one all my life. Well,
Your mind is screaming, and you must settle down.
my head is a mushroom cloud.
Porcini does.
The mushroom crumbles in the wake of its own disbelief.
Rather than being soft and supple.
Hell-bent.
The easier to bend it, my dear.
Twisted sister, restrain yourself.
Then you are not compromised.
Will you please stop confusing things?
I only mean to clarify.
You believe. You are compromised because you believe.
You believe because you are compromised.
Belief does not exonerate you from being compromised.
It worked for Jesus.
I really believe in what we are doing.
Me too.
Shut up, Judas.
What are you doing?
Think of it this way. We all know what we're doing individually, but we're keeping it a secret from each other. That way no one is compromised.
How are we to work together if...
That's exactly
A
how.
perfect design.
It's designed by design. Swift.
Shall
It's only design, not philosophy.
An organization of ideas, not ideas themselves.
we? We're just organizing.
Well, I am. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Taking notes.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, members of the Congress, I speak tonight for the dignity of man.
Taking notes.
I'm not getting eye contact.
Don't need eye contact. Oh, I do. What do you think you can see if you do look at me?
Okay, let's move on.
What are you getting?
Oh, here I have it.
Koizumi releases stress with legendary lewdness. Prime Minister Junichiro Koizumi's meeting in November last year with Greek counterpart Kostas Karamanlis raised barely a ripple in the media. But Asahi Gaino of 323 says the talks bordered on the filthy, as Japan's premier let loose with the lechery those close to him say he is known for. What are we talking about? Who are we? What are we doing here?
Didn't they tell you?
No. Who are we and what are we doing here?
By the tone of your question, it leads me to believe that we are German high school students.
Why do I exist?
If you really existed, you wouldn't ask such a useless question.
You mean we're not characters? And why are you two idiots always singing? I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on.
Lemon and McHenry?
Don't you like it?
I hear no melody whatsoever in it.
Oh, I do. You seem like the last one who would be looking for a melody and wondering about those other things like, why do I exist and am I a character?
And he holds a South Ossetian passport. Thank you very much, Joe, for joining us. Now, you have a South Ossetian wide region, and now you have South Ossetian citizenship. But how do you fit in here? What's your relationship with the people in this region?
I have a very good relationship with the people.
You seem like...
The last one who would be looking for a melody and wondering about those other things like, why do I exist and am I a character?
We're part of a mood, a colorization, a wash.
Can't you just lose yourself in it, in the blinking lights, and be happy?
I'm not going to Funky Town! So Biggie Smalls and Hobbes said, the war of all against all. We love it, but we don't talk about it.
Can we change the subject?
I'm sorry, but we're going to have to rewrite you.
You know, fuckers.
Huey, you start.
Shall we get back to that conversation?
That's what we're here for.
Continue, Mizuguchi.
I can't be taken in by the belief.
No.
But I can give my mind up to the belief or lose it to the belief.
Lose that.
Acceptance creates strength and certainty.
I love that feeling.
Feeling it lately?
I have believed, so I have the feeling.
I still feel constant doubt.
No, take that out.
You have been concealing from us.
I believe and find myself among
Not so bad.